Hello my friends and welcome to a brand new YouTube channel. This is the first video you're going to see on our brand new platform at LoreBoys. Now this is a platform I've been wanting to put together for a very long period of time. As you can see behind me there is a big kind of banner which represents the channel that I represent primarily, which is of course COMICCON TV, a music related channel exploring international music, breaking it down, doing reaction videos and things like that. However, I spend a lot of time exploring the concept of lore within different TV series, film series, and of course gaming series as well. And as I spend so much time exploring these and I really enjoy doing YouTube related stuff, I thought, why not? Let's start a brand new channel to explore it, as it doesn't really fit onto what's going on with COMICCON TV, and it's a cool place to kind of, I suppose, explore these things in kind of vlog format. We're going to be putting together some podcasty bits as well, reacting to trailers, that whole shebang. It's going to be very enjoyable as always. Thank you for joining us for this very first video on the channel, where we're going to be looking at, as you can see on my, I believe, right hand side, this little box down here, somewhere around here, usually is, the Comic-Con predictions for this year. Obviously, Comic-Con will be taking place on Saturday in San Diego, and I'm very excited to see what announcements are going to be made. Today, we are going to be looking primarily at two of the big series we'll be covering here on the channel as time goes on. I'm a massive fan of the MCU and Marvel in general, and Star Wars as well. So we're going to be looking at all of the expected announcements and a couple of other things we may well predict will be appearing over the course of the Comic-Con convention, which should be really, really cool. As always, friends, thank you for joining us for the first time. If you are new to the channel, make sure you're getting involved with hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. It's going to be good to have you along for the journey. The sooner we hit 100 subs, the sooner we can change the channel name, get some thumbnails going on, and everything along those lines. It's going to be very enjoyable indeed. So, I've got a load of notes in front of me, and we're going to be breaking down all the things we're expecting to see across Star Wars and Marvel from Comic-Con. Obviously, there is a ton of Star Wars content on the way, so we're going to look at that first. One thing I think we are going to see is an update on the upcoming Fallen Order series. Obviously, the first Jedi Fallen Order game was an incredible one. It was a really well-received game. Obviously, it introduced the character of Cal Kestis as a kind of lost Jedi, and obviously, it delved quite heavily into the concept of the Inquisitors, which we recently did visit very heavily in the Kenobi series as well. I'm expecting to see some updated footage, perhaps even some more additional gameplay, because this is a really anticipated game, and we keep hearing this is getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. The more we find out about this, the better. Alongside this as well, I'd be really excited to see a new trailer for the upcoming Bad Batch Season 2. Again, I would be very interested to see what's going on with Tales of the Jedi as well. This was quite a recently announced scenario. We don't really know too much about this, but I'd be keen to hear a bit more information about this, and I do suspect we will find out a bit more. And obviously, Andor is the big series that is on the way. That's dropping on August the 31st. Now, I would not be surprised if we see an additional trailer. It wouldn't be surprising either if we see the cast come out for this one. It should be really exciting to find out a bit more information about Andor, because this is a series I know a lot of people are gripped by. For me personally, Rogue One is my favorite standalone Star Wars movie, so to find out more about that kind of gritty rebellion side of the Star Wars saga should be really interesting more than anything else, and I am really excited to see how much they actually dive into the grittiness of Star Wars as an overall universe. Now, for me, I'm not someone who particularly who kind of craves grittiness and darkness in TV and film. The TV and film is escapism for me. But again, Andor as a character is someone that literally represents that side of Star Wars, so I hope that we do get to really dive into that. Now, we are obviously seeing a lot of leaks at the moment for The Mandalorian Season 3. I'm expecting them to put together an official trailer for this one, for this event, just to kind of quell the leaks and make it so it's a bit more of an official announcement. That's definitely something I'm expecting to see. We also know the Rogue Squadron film is going to be happening on December the 22nd, 2023 as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if we find out a bit more information about that, maybe even a first look at the setup, something along those lines. We also know Star Wars Vision Season 2 is coming in spring of 2023. A first look trailer of that wouldn't be surprising, but the thing that I genuinely think we are going to see is the announcement for who is going to be playing Thrawn in the upcoming Ahsoka series. Now, Ahsoka as a character does appear obviously in The Mandalorian. She appears in the Book of Boba Fett as well. I would really like to see who is going to be playing Thrawn. We know it's near enough confirmed that Thrawn is going to be the villain for this series. We know alongside this as well, obviously Thrawn is mentioned in The Mandalorian. Thrawn is one of my favourite characters from the entirety of the Star Wars Legendarian. I'm working my way through the Thrawn books by Timothy Zahn at the moment. I'm on to the third of the Ascendancy series at the moment, and it's really, really enjoyable, I've got to say. Do check out those books if you haven't had a chance. Alongside this, obviously the Acolyte is on the way. Lando Lando is still to be announced as an official date. Rangers of the New Republic were under the impression is sort of on hold, and the most recently announced Skeleton Crew at Star Wars Celebration. Maybe we're going to get a bit more information on what's going to be going on with that. But there we go. They're my general predictions for what's going to be happening with Star Wars. I think there will be a heavy focus on Ahsoka and this kind of middle period we're now seeing between Episode 6 and Episode 7. I think this is the kind of period they're really, really excited to focus on. Obviously, The Acolyte is going to be based before Episode 1. Lando's in that sort of 6 to 7 period as well. We also see Rangers of the New Republic in that period also. And yeah, it's just going to be interesting. Obviously, Bad Batch and Andor are between episodes 3 and 4. So there's a lot of kind of scope for Star Wars at the moment, but there's a lot of exciting stuff, and I'm expecting to see at least a couple of trailers. But my big prediction is that we're going to see the announcement for who will be playing the character of Thrawn. And that's my main sort of prediction for the Star Wars related bits at Comic-Con this year. Now, moving on to Marvel, there is a ton of exciting stuff for us to dive into. There's literally about 15, 20 different projects that we know are in the works. One that I am very keen to kind of dive into right from the jump is, of course, this Miss Marvel announcement that we have seen recently about Mutation now being involved in the MCU. Obviously, we know that X-Men 97 is on the way. We know that we are likely to start seeing more and more X-Men characters making their way into the MCU, following on from, obviously, Charles Xavier's appearance in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And, of course, Evan Peters as well in WandaVision was sort of like teased, but it's something I think we're likely to see a lot more of moving forward now. But obviously, the next film on the way is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I'm expecting to see a trailer for this. It's out in November. This is a very nearby film. I think we've got, just over 4 or 5 months away. That's a lot of, that's not that much time without seeing an official trailer. We know there's been reshoots. We know there's been serious delays with the cast obviously not being able to get in and work. There's been some injuries and things like that on stage as well. So it's going to be very exciting to see a full trailer for this. We don't know much. We know that there is potential rumors surrounding the casting of Namor, who's looking like he's going to be the main villain. We're also seeing this could be an introduction to Ironheart as well as a film. So yeah, there's lots of exciting stuff to look forward to in this one. I'm excited to see who's going to be playing lead. And who's going to just be involved more than anything else. Are we going to look into the kind of history of Wakanda a little bit more? In Avengers Assemble, they really dive into that sort of historic element of Wakanda, and I'd love to see them do that on the big screen. And we know as well there is also a big TV series, which is currently untitled, based in and around Wakanda, so this is something we could see soon from Ryan Coogler. There we go. In February of 2023, we know that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is on the way, and Jonathan Majors will be playing Kang. However, how Kang will tie into the wider MCU as a whole is exciting. They're hearing rumors of a potential Kang the Conqueror series where he becomes the sort of main element. I don't necessarily think we're going to get a fully kind of suited up version of Kang in Ant-Man and the Wasp. It seems a little bit too soon. I definitely think we might see him pop up in Loki Season 2, which is again on the rumor mill, being very, very kind of pushed. And alongside this as well, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 on May the 5th of 2023, featuring Will Poulter as well as Adam Warlock, which should be really, really exciting. We also know the Marvels is going to be taking place next year as well, so we've got a really good year of film. In regard to sort of wider MCU related bits. The Marvels ties together a number of different plot lines that have all been going together. Obviously, with Monica Rambeau being in WandaVision, that tying that together with the new Miss Marvel series, and of course Captain Marvel as well, a real tie together of different MCU related platforms. And obviously, Carol Danvers has been showing up in a number of different series, just as kind of like a pop up more than anything else. So it's going to be interesting to see how she ties into the wider MCU as a whole moving forward with that. And obviously, the Fantastic Four film is confirmed, but still rumored in regards to casting and date news. But the next project we are going to see landing is, of course, She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. There's some really interesting rumors floating around with this one, following on from Daredevil's appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home as a lawyer. This makes so much sense. From the trailer, it's going to be all about a kind of superhero-based law agency looking after what's going on with superheroes in and around the world, essentially. This will be really interesting. Will Jessica Jones be involved? We know she's got quite like a law-related scenario going on. I'd love to see Foggy Nelson return, Karen Page returning as well from the Daredevil series. This is a really good way of bringing the Defender saga into the MCU as a wider kind of concept. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. Maybe we'll even see a link to Hawkeye, as obviously Kingpin did appear in that series. So there's loads of different ways the Defender saga could now tie into this. There's another rumor floating around that Jason Segel could well be being cast as the Thing to appear in this series as well. Potentially even Abomination in there as well. Tim Roth playing Abomination. There's so many different angles they could throw in with this. This could almost be kind of like a spinball of it's almost like the interdimensional cable. You get different characters in each week. There's a real kind of again, almost Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 1 or 2 feel about how this could be running moving forward. We also see obviously the Untitled Halloween special is going to be taking place in October, and it's pretty much confirmed. It's very heavily rumored that this will be Werewolf by Night as a sort of one-off holiday special. Again, I don't know too much about this one yet. It's mainly rumors, but that could be something we do see announced. I'm definitely expecting to see some level of additional trailer announced for She-Hulk Attorney at Law in regards to some characters coming back. If you want my prediction, that's my big one for Marvel at the moment. I think we're definitely going to see a Black Panther reveal. I think we're likely to see something about Guardians Volume 3, and I definitely think we're likely to see some form of Defenders input into the She-Hulk trailer. I don't think because it's a series that people are kind of 50-50 about to begin with. I definitely think this is something we're going to see they're going to have to throw something big at it to really get the public attention going, and Comic-Con is a perfect place where they can do that. Alongside this as well, obviously we know the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special is on the way at the end of this year. We know that Secret Invasion is going to be launching in 2023, and we've seen lots of footage being filmed on this one. Emilia Clarke and Olivia Colman both starring in this. I personally want to see Phil Coulson return, and it'd be a great way of kind of folding Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back into what's going on. We've seen Agent Carter folded into the MCU a little bit more with, obviously, Captain Carter's appearance in the most recent Doctor Strange film. I'd love to see them fold Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back in again, and we have seen characters kind of move up. The kind of best example of this is obviously Jarvis, who appears in Endgame. I'd love to see maybe a few of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. team move up into the wider MCU scenario from that series. That'd be a really cool thing to see, and that's definitely something I would love to see. There's footage on the way. Perhaps we could get a cameo appearance from Coulson in this. That'd be something I'd love to see, but who knows on that one. I'm not going to take any chances. We know that Don Cheadle's obviously going to be heading up Armor Wars as well. We know Ironheart is on the way, but there are a number of different updates I'm expecting to see things from unconfirmed date-related series. I think Marvel Zombies is something we may well see a quick trailer of. That's meant to be coming next year as well. What If Season 2? I definitely think we're going to get some footage from What If Season 2, which I'm really excited for. I think we'll get an update on Blade, how the filming process is going. Obviously, Mahershala Ali is a very in-demand actor, and I'd love to see a couple of updates on what's going on with that. Alongside this, obviously, a general X-Men update. X-Men 97 is another platform that we are waiting to see properly announced date-wise. I can't wait to watch X-Men 97. I love pretty much everything Marvel do animated-wise, and this is something that I know I'm just going to fall in love with instantaneously. Perhaps some footage off that would be a great thing to reveal. We know in the upcoming Echo series as well, we could well see Daredevil, Kingpin, again, a good tie into the Defender saga, this kind of futuristic look at street-level stuff going on in and around New York. Echo is a great way to kind of fold that in. You never know. We may even see Echo fold into what's going on with She-Hulk Attorney at Law. I love the idea of everything just intercombining really nicely. The way the Defender saga has already done, maybe adding a couple of elements to the Defender saga, and just kind of widening the entire scope so you've got this street level scenario going on. That's what I would really like to see. We have seen numerous elements of Thunderbolts coming to the forefront since the series have started as well, obviously with Yelena being a very heavy part of what goes on in Hawkeye, US Agent obviously being a big part of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series, and of course Zemo being a big part of that series as well. There are loads of different elements that could tie into what's going on with the Thunderbolts, and of course Abomination making that appearance in Shang-Chi, showing he is very much active, and of course we also see House of Harkness being mentioned constantly. Could this be another way of tying the Fantastic Four in? Obviously, Agatha Harkness is a character very closely linked with the Fantastic Four as well. And if things are to be believed about this Jason Segel rumor surrounding The Thing, that could be a great way of tying in the Fantastic Four as well. So there we go. They are my Comic-Con predictions for the big related series surrounding Marvel and Star Wars. I'm keen to hear your predictions as well. Do let me know in the comment section down below. Again, this is the first video on the channel, so please do get involved. If you're finding this video for the first time, make sure you are clicking at that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We're here to stay, we're here to grow and bring you some really exciting lore based content, so please do stick around. It's going to be a very enjoyable journey here on the channel. Thank you for joining us. us, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.